I'm asking for the vote of every African American citizen struggling in our country today who wants a different and much better future. It's time for our society to address some honest and very, very difficult truths. The Democratic Party has failed and betrayed the African American community. Democratic crime policies, education policies, and economic policies have produced only more crime, more broken homes, and more poverty. Thank you. Let us look at the situation right here in Milwaukee, a city run by Democrats for decade after decade. Last year, killings in this city increased by 69%, plus another 634 victims of non-fatal shootings. 18 to 29-year-olds accounted for nearly half of the homicide victims. The poverty rate here is nearly double the national average. Almost 4 in 10 African-American men in Milwaukee between the ages of 25 and 54 do not have a job. Nearly 4 in 10 single mother households are living in poverty. 55 public schools in the city have been rated as failing to meet expectations despite $10,000 in funding per pupil, which is a very, very high number. There's only a 60% graduation rate, and it's one of the worst public school systems anywhere in the country. 1 in 5 manufacturing jobs has disappeared in Milwaukee since we fully opened our markets, and you understand what that means. We opened these markets to China, and many African-American neighborhoods have suffered. We opened our markets, they've taken our jobs, they give us our products that we don't make anymore, and African-American neighborhoods, along with many other neighborhoods, have suffered greatly. To every voter in Milwaukee, to every voter living in the inner city, or every forgotten stretch of our society, I'm running to offer you a much better future, a much better job. And a much higher wage. Thank you. Thank you. The Democratic Party has taken the votes of African Americans for granted. They've just assumed they'll get your support and done nothing in return for it. They've taken advantage of the African American citizen. It's time to give the Democrats some competition for these votes, and it's time to rebuild the inner cities of America and to reject the failed leadership of a rigged political system. And that's what it is. It's a rigged system. I'm not part of the corrupt system. In fact, the corrupt system is trying to stop me. I've been paying my own way. Tens of millions of dollars. Tens of millions of dollars. The voters in the Republican Party this year defied the donors, the consultants, the power brokers, and chose a nominee from outside our failed and corrupt, broken system. The nominee is me. The other party, the Democratic Party, nominated the personification of special interest corruption. The Democratic Party rigged the nomination to give it to Hillary Clinton, thus giving the soul of their party this year to special interests. What else is new? I'm running to listen to your voice, to hear the cries for help from so many people in our nation. The quiet voices in our society, not the loudest demonstrators, need to have their demands heard. jobs, safety, opportunity, fair and equal representation. We reject the bigotry of Hillary Clinton, which panders to and talks down to communities of color and sees them only as votes. That's all they care about, not as individual human beings worthy of a better future. They have taken advantage. She doesn't care at all about the hurting people of this country or the suffering she has caused them, and she, meaning she and her party officials. There has been tremendous suffering because of what they have brought. The African American community has been taken for granted for decades by the Democratic Party, and look how they're doing. It's time to break with the failures of the past. I want to offer Americans a new and much better future. It's time for rule by the people, not rule for the special interests which we have right now. Thank you. Because it means I'm fighting for real change, not just partisan change where everybody else gets rich but you. A rigged system. Remember it. I said it first. I'll probably be saying it for a long time, but eventually we're going to break that system. I'm fighting, all of us across the country are fighting for peaceful regime change in our own country. The media donor political complex that's bled this country dry has to be replaced with a new government of, by, and for the people.
You're listening to Donald Trump live from West Bend, Wisconsin, addressing the nation on law and order on 660 AM The Answer. This is the Wells Report.
The leadership clash in Washington, D.C., of which Hillary Clinton has been a member for 30 years, has abandoned the people of this country. They care about themselves. They only care about themselves. I am going to give the people their voice back. Think about it. The people opposing our campaign are the same people who have left our border open and let innocent people suffer as a result, including vast amounts of crime, vast amounts of drugs pouring into our country and poisoning our youth and our people. The people opposing our campaign are the same people who have led us into one disastrous foreign war after another. One after another. No wins, no victory, no nothing. The people opposing our campaign are the same people who lied to us about one trade deal after another. They keep getting worse. Aren't you tired of a system that gets rich at your expense? Because that's what's happening. Aren't you tired of big media, big businesses, and big donors rigging the system to keep your voice from being heard? Are you ready for change? Are you ready for leadership that puts you, the American people, first together, first? That puts our country first. America first. Remember that. America first. America first. America first. Let's talk about what this means for the inner cities of America. A big, big problem, unsolved forever. It's time to break through the television noise, the entrenched interests which are just decimating our country and our inner cities. I understand that a lot of powerful people are in our political system. A lot of people who've created our problems will lose a lot of their contracts and a lot of their money if African-American voters and all the minority voters support my campaign. That I know for sure. It's time to stop making the special interests rich. It's time to make the American people more than they did before. I'm going to make America wealthy again. We have to make America wealthy again. If we're going to do what we want to do, we have to be smart. We have to make America wealthy again. The Democratic Party has run nearly every inner city in this country for 50 years and run them into financial ruin, virtually every single one. They've ruined the schools. They've driven out the jobs. They've tolerated a level of crime no American should consider acceptable, worse than many third world countries, so bad that people don't want to even report on it. The real numbers are beyond belief. Violent crime has risen 17% in America's 50 largest cities last year. Killings of police officers this year is up nearly 50%. Homicides are up more than 60% in Baltimore alone. They're up more than 50% in Washington, D.C. This is the future offered by the policies of Hillary Clinton and her friends. More poverty, more crime, and basically just more of the same. The future she offers is the most pessimistic thing I can possibly imagine. It's time for a different future. Here is what I'm proposing. First, on immigration. No community in this country has been hurt worse by Hillary Clinton's immigration and all of her policies than the African American community. And she considers them a guaranteed vote. Now she is proposing to print instant work permits for millions of illegal immigrants to come in and take everybody's job, including low-income African Americans. Not right. Not going to happen. I will secure our border, protect our workers, and improve our jobs and wages in your community. We're going to improve our wages. We're going to improve our jobs. And we're not going to let companies leave our country so quickly and so easily for other lands and then take their products and sell it to us. Not going to happen. We will only invite people to join our country who share our tolerant values, who support our Constitution, and who love all of our people. They love our people. They have to love our country. Or what are we doing? On trade, I'm going to renegotiate NAFTA, one of the worst trade deals ever signed in the history of our country, perhaps the worst ever signed in the history, frankly, of the world. We're going to stand up to China, withdraw from TPP, which is another disaster, and protect every last American job. We are going to protect every last American job, which we're not doing now. On taxes, I'm going to give a massive tax cut to every worker and small business in this country, bring thousands of new companies and millions of new jobs onto our shores, and make it very difficult for our businesses to leave. It will be a costly proposition for them to fire everybody and leave. I'm going to reform our regulations so jobs stay in America and new businesses come to America to hire workers, even right here in Milwaukee. Every policy my opponent has sends jobs outside of the country and overseas. I'm going to bring trillions in new wealth back into the United States. Our education, believe me, you look at our education, it's time to have school choice, merit pay for teachers, and to end the tenure policies that hurt good teachers and reward bad teachers. And there is no job more important than a good teacher. Please remember that. There is no job more important. We are going to put students and parents first. Hillary Clinton would rather deny opportunities to millions of young African-American children just so she can curry favor with the education bureaucracy, which is very big and a lot of votes. I am going to allow charter schools to thrive and help young kids get on the American ladder of success, a good education and a good paying job. That's what they want.
You're listening to Donald Trump Tonight from West Bend, Wisconsin on 660 AM The Answer.
On crime, I am going to support more police in our communities, appoint the best prosecutors and judges in the country, pursue strong enforcement of federal laws, and I'm going to break up the gangs, the cartels, and the criminal syndicates terrorizing our neighborhoods all over the country, and that includes Milwaukee. To every lawbreaker hurting innocent people in this country, I say, your free reign will soon come crashing to an end. On health care, we're going to get rid of Obamacare, repeal it, and replace it. It's caused soaring double-digit premium increases, and we're going to give choice to patients and to consumers across our land. Aetna just today announced that they are dropping out, as are many of the major insurance companies. Obamacare is a disaster. It's a disaster. On government corruption, I'm going to restore honor to our government. We've seen the corruption of Hillary Clinton, the mass email. Look at what's going on, folks. Look at what's going on. The mass email deletions. Have you seen the 33,000 deletions? The pay for play at the State Department, the profiteering, the favors given to foreign corporations and governments at your expense and taxpayers' expense, and it's not acceptable any longer. It's corrupt. We've seen a former Secretary of State lie to Congress about her illegal email scheme, risk innocent American lives, and bring dishonor onto our government. Great, great dishonor. In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. Those laws are already protected, we thought, but perhaps everybody is wrong. Perhaps all of those that have served jail time were wrong. She got special favors, and nobody has ever seen anything like it in the history of our country. No one will be above the law. I am going to forbid senior officials from trading favors for cash by preventing them from collecting lavish speaking fees through their spouses when they serve. I am going to ask my senior officials to sign an agreement not to accept speaking fees from corporations with a registered lobbyist for 5 years after leaving office, or from any entity tied to a foreign government. What's happening is disgraceful. This is all just the beginning. We are going to make this a government of the people once again. This is our chance. This is it. This is it. Your last chance. This is our chance to take back power from all the people who've taken it from you over so many years. The reason you see the establishment and the establishment media lining up behind my opponent is because they are scared that you, with your vote, can take away their power and return it to your family and to your community. And they are scared, and they have no idea how many people on November 8th are going to come out and vote. Thank you. Thank you. These are tough times, but I know we can make America greater than ever before. I have absolutely no doubt. I have gotten to know the people of this country, and I'll tell you, there are no people like the people I have gotten to know. No people. To do this, we are going to need a fighter in the White House. I will be your fighter. Believe me, I will be your fighter. To defeat crime and radical Islamic terrorism in our country, to win trade in our country, you need tremendous physical and mental strength and stamina. Hillary Clinton doesn't have that strength or stamina. Believe me, and you know it, and they know it, and everybody knows it.
Donald Trump in Wisconsin addressing the nation.
She cannot win for you. Most importantly, she has very, very bad judgment. Bad judgment on terrorism. Bad judgment on foreign policy. Bad judgment on trade. The only individuals she's ever delivered for are her donors, not the people, just the donors. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. My opponent asks her supporters to recite a three-word pledge. Her pledge reads, "I'm with her." I choose to recite a totally different pledge. My pledge reads, "I'm with you, the American people."
Donald Trump in Wisconsin on 660 AM The Answer. This is the Wells Report.
I will fight to ensure that every American is treated equally, protected equally, and honored equally. We will reject bigotry and hatred and oppression in all of its many ugly forms and seek a new future of security, prosperity, and opportunity, a future built on our common culture and values as one American people. I am asking for your vote on November 8th so I can be your champion in the White House. Okay? Okay? I will be your champion. I will be your voice in the White House. We will bring it back. We will once again be a country of law and order. And we will once again be a country of great and unchallenged success. To every parent who dreams for their children, and to every child who dreams for their future, I say these words to you tonight. I'm with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you. Together, we will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again, greater than ever before. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Certainly a major speech by Donald Trump tonight here in West Bend, Wisconsin, as he has delivered a truly comprehensive speech, started on and ended on law and order. And it was inspiring, and it was well spoken and well received by the crowd in West Bend, Wisconsin. Some terms that we heard during the convention: I will fight for you, I will be your voice in the White House, and I will win for you. Those are words that were desperately needed to hear, to be heard in the United States, because it really isn't so much about we the people any longer. Currently, we live in a country where it's, we the power brokers get out of the way. And that's the way I'm seeing it at this particular moment. If indeed there's going to be a turning point in the Trump campaign, it might very well be tonight. This might be the speech that did it. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. You just got finished hearing Donald Trump discuss law and order in the United States, making America safe again, making America better again. So what I'd like to know from you is, what did you just hear? 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Join us on the Wells Report here on 660 AM The Answer. 866-660-5759. Does this make you feel better? Does this make you feel better about Donald Trump in general? This is clearly his best teleprompter speech. I think there was one better during the primary season, once again, where he had a very cohesive, very brilliant speech, and then followed that up with questions and answers from the press. It was a press conference right after his speech, and that was the most brilliant speech I've probably seen. I think I can remember any public servant ever issuing, let alone Donald Trump. And this one is probably just as good, if not certainly better, from a professional presentation standpoint. And that's something that Donald Trump is going to need. Donald Trump is going to have to stop making the story or stop giving the mainstream media the excuse to make him the story. Because if indeed that's the case, the mainstream media will indeed run him off the road. 866-660-5759, our telephone number. What did you just hear? How did that speech hit you? 866-660-5759. Stephen Garland, thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hi, I'm glad to hear you again. I called you a few times, and I guess it's all come out in the open now that you have Trump running on the Republican ticket and Hillary Clinton running on the National Socialist Party ticket.
Must be. Yeah. I think it's actually worse than that, Steve. Don't mean to interrupt you. I'll give you the time you need. I think it's worse than that. I think this is the leftist progressive ticket that she's doing. And I never thought that I'd ever think that there was anything worse than communist socialism, but I think it's leftist progressivism. And it really worries me.
All I can say, and Trump alluded to it in his speech about people that believe in the Second Amendment, if these idiots really want another civil war, there are several million of us that are ex-military that would just say, bring it on.
Well, I mean, there's
just so you know, when the battleship Texas that is owned by the state was refurbed a while back,
yeah,
completely refurbed, including all of the armament that goes on it.
What are you talking about again? I'm sorry, I missed it.
The battleship Texas.
Yeah, okay. It was refurbed, and they did all the they got all the weaponry going.
Yeah, it's all fully functional. And not only that, but in the various armories of the Texas National Guard, all of the ammunition is available for it.
Huh. Interesting.
Now, something that these idiots on the left don't take into consideration is that every armament made prior to 1890 that uses black powder is not tracked, cataloged, or anything to that point by the ATF.
I understand all that, but all that stuff for the battleship Texas is after all that. That's not black powder. That is high explosive, high smoke, high flash nitrates. It's not. Yeah. Anyway, and besides, that's good. So anything within 25 miles of the battleship Texas, well, is history, especially if it's flying to the left. Okay. We got more. Thanks very much, Steve. Appreciate your call. Thank you, brother. It means a lot to me that you called. We'll be back with more coming up in just a couple of minutes. Stay where you are. What did you just hear Donald Trump say? Let's talk about his speech next on the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer. You need a new cell phone. You know why? Because the one you have right now is destroying the country. Hi, I'm John David Wells from the Wells Report. I'm not kidding. At least that's what I think. Big cell phone companies are liberal, which means that if you have a phone from a big cell phone company, you are supporting liberal politics. With the money that you pay, in the tens of millions of dollars, contributions are made to Democrats all over the country. What I'd like you to do is join the revolution. Switch over to Patriot Mobile. 5% of the bill that you pay goes to the charity of your choice. You get to choose where your money goes. You get the same talk, text, and data plan that you have right now. You get to keep the same phone number. You don't have to worry about a contract. Get to patriotmobile.com and check it out. Right now, you can get a free Samsung Galaxy S7 with unlimited talk, text, and data for only $70. You got to mention or enter the promo code WELLS at checkout. That's WELLS. You get to waive the activation fees for your first 2 lines. Call Patriot Mobile today, right now, 1-800-A-PATRIOT, or check out patriotmobile.com.
The Wells Report is coming up next on 660 AM. The Answer.
This is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, and I'd like to invite you to join me for our talk show every Sunday morning. We're actually trying to convert the world to organics. We talk about the natural organic program for farming, ranching, gardening, and pest control. Also, a lot of talk about health issues for animals and people. Hope you can join us for all the fun.
Make sure to tune in to Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 to 11 a.m. right here on 660 AM, The Answer.
Do you have low back or neck pain? Does it run down your arms or your legs? Do you have a bulging or herniated disc degeneration, or spinal arthritis? Even worse, have you been told you need back surgery or injections? If you answered yes, then please listen to what I have to say. My name is Dr. Chad Vines, DC, at Genesis Back and Neck, and I use the most advanced spinal decompression system available, the DRX 9000, to correct back problems just like yours. We don't use addictive drugs, and we don't use any type of dangerous, invasive surgery for these problems. Spinal decompression is safe, FDA cleared, and it's not painful, and has about an 86% success rate. We accept most insurances, and your first visit will be at no charge. You will sit down and visit with me personally until I've answered all of your questions. And if you're a candidate for decompression, you can try out the treatment all at no charge to you. So if you're ready to not hurt anymore and don't want to have surgery, call me at 817-328-1922. That's 817-328-1922, or online at mylowback.com.
Welcome to Texas summer. Standing outside, got some ice in a cup, and the ice melts. Then the cup melts. Get in your car, you need an oven mitt to touch the steering wheel. Welcome to Texas summer. And if your AC breaks, oh my, do you need to call somebody? Hey, call my AC company. It's Mark Davis for Walker AC, walkerac.com, or 972-4-WALKER, 972 the number 4 Walker. You got an emergency? Boom, same day. They are there. Need a repair? Boom, they will do it. Charge you a fair price. Need a new system? Oh, they've got those, but they're not going to force one on you. They've got an A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Great customer reviews. 972-4-WALKER or walkerac.com. Visit them on Facebook. They're family owned, 52 years in the biz, 50% off a diagnostic fee. Called 972-4-WALKER, 972 the number 4 Walker or walkerac.com. They are my AC company. When we've got a repair need, we call them. We need a new system, we call them. It's walkerac.com, 972-4-WALKER or walkerac.com.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, co-owner of Statewide Remolly. It's getting to be summer, and the days are getting to be hotter, and your electric bill's getting higher. If you can stand in front of any window in your home with the sun shining through and feel any heat, you have a problem that's costing you money every day. We can fix that problem for you with new restoration windows from Statewide Remolly. Have you ever noticed that most of the other window companies you hear on the radio are talking about everything but their warranty? They want to brag about how long they've been in business or how low their prices are. I have to tell you that none of that means anything without a strong written warranty to back up the product. We've been installing windows in Texas for over 20 years and the only company with a written workmanship warranty for as long as you own your home. We also offer a satisfaction guarantee or your money back. So if you're ready to get straight talk about replacement windows, give us a call. And if you call now for a free estimate, you'll get up to $2,000 off your whole project. The estimate and window evaluation is free. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095 or anytime online at statewideremodeling.com.
QL1, this is Control, checking in to see how excited you are for launch. Over? Well, actually, I'm kind of bored. You're about to travel 17,000 miles per hour through Earth's atmosphere and you're bored? It just doesn't sound that exciting after using Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. I was able to get a completely online custom mortgage approval in minutes. Wow, that is impressive. 3, 2, 1. Rocket Mortgage at QuickenLoans.com. Push button. Get mortgage.
Rocket. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. We want to know what you thought of Donald Trump's speech. Want to know what you thought of Donald Trump's speech? Give us a call, 866-660-5759. We're going to take as many calls as people want to share with us, okay, as we go into the night, towards midnight on Tuesday night, here on 660 AM The Answer. Very interested in hearing what you have to say. Tricia is going to talk to us here in just a little bit. She thought the speech was a joke. Really? Why? We're going to find out. When she comes back, we'll come back after the top of the hour news here on 660 AM The Answer. Also, by the way, we've got more news on FBI documents. Congress has those now. And there's a new word of a State Department deal between a Nigerian firm tied to the Clinton Foundation as a porous ethical wall is being talked about by the writers at the Washington Post. You're listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. We'll be back coming up in just a couple of seconds. A big news night here on 660 AM The Answer, and you're right on top of it. Back in a second.
Dennis Prager tries to explain the consequences of a Hillary win.
I am now convinced that most of those who are in the Never Trump camp, that they have the same understanding that I do. Now, my understanding may be in error and theirs may be accurate. I don't think they understand the calamity of a Democratic presidential win in November.
The Dennis Prager Show, weekdays at noon, right before Sean Hannity at 2 on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at Climate Evangelist Eye Center. I've talked to you about them for years, and I've talked a lot to you lately about the corneal inlay procedure, special for the over 40 set to help with reading vision. Ditch those reading glasses. Maybe you've been thinking, gosh, I'd like to meet one of the doctors in a casual setting. Here we are. Mark your calendars. Monday, August 22nd, a meet and greet at Climate Evangelist's Arlington location, 5:30 p.m., August 22, I-20 in Matlock. Dr. Frazier, he'll talk about the exciting advances in the life-changing corneal inlay. He and the Climate Evangelist team will be right there to answer all your questions. Here's the best part. You attend this event, you can save up to $1,000 on your procedure. So 5:30 p.m., Monday, August 22nd, Arlington location. Find out more at 1-800-714-2020, 1-800-714-2020. LASIKsurgery.com/meet and greet. LASIKsurgery.com/meet and greet, or 1-800-714-2020. LASIKsurgery.com/meet and greet.
Have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of your previous mistakes? Relax and call Big Lou at Term Provider. Big Lou says if you're in your 50s in reasonably good health, a $1 million term life policy should only cost about $200 to $300 per month. Call Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Remember, Big Lou's like you, always looking and medicating too. Call 800-352-9239.
Paid non-attorney spokesman. Attorney John Sheehan, Los Angeles, is responsible for this content. This ad is not legal advice. Choice of lawyer should not be made solely by advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Have you had surgery in the last 10 years? Did your doctor implant a filter or umbrella to trap blood clots? Please call 800-888-8888 now. The IVC filter may move or break, causing serious injury. Please call Solino and Barnes now. 800-888-8888. IVC filter patients may be entitled to compensation.
800-888-8888. 660 AM The Answer. KSKY Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. The official radio station of Decision 2016. The most important election of our lifetime.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. More than 82,000 people ordered out of their homes as a fast-moving wildfire about 70 miles east of L.A. has grown to 14 square miles in just a couple hours.
It's called the Blue Cut Fire, and it's in the Cajon Pass east of Los Angeles. It's forced the closure of the entire 15 freeway. It climbed up the hill toward populated mountain towns.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Hot, dry conditions a problem for firefighters there. Too much rain causing deadly flooding in southern Louisiana, with more rain in the forecast through next Tuesday.
Southeast of Baton Rouge, the rain had been coming down in sheets, but the problems really are the rivers. They're all overflowing due to all the water flowing out of Baton Rouge. And now here in Livingston Parish, nearly 3/4 of the homes are likely destroyed, if not severely damaged by the flooding.
Fox's Evan Brown, 11 confirmed flooding fatalities. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Usually, we never, ever, ever have a sale like this. But for just 21 days, Renewal by Andersen Replacement Windows is having one of our biggest sales. I'm Robert Jackson from Renewal by Andersen. During our sale, save $300 on every window, save $775 on every patio door, and get a free upgrade to our Smart Sun Glass. Call before August 21st to save $300 on every window, save $775 on every patio door. And that's with no money down, no payments, and no interest for a year. And get the free upgrade to our Smart Sun Glass. It's Renewal by Andersen's 21-day sale, and this is now the final week with limited appointments available.
Call 469-706-3400. 469-706-3400. That's 469-706-3400.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-400-0067. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away, so you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-400-0067. That's 1-800-400-0067. 1-800-400-0067.
Here's a quiz. Is identity theft just when someone other than you puts charges on your credit card? Nope, that's part of it, but identity theft is actually when someone pretends they're you for any number of undesirable reasons, like opening new accounts or a utility bill. Is it true that identity theft can't happen to you? Nope. 1 in 4 people have experienced identity theft. Will LifeLock help you more with identity theft than free credit monitoring will? Yep. LifeLock's proprietary technology detects a huge range of identity threats. And if you ever have a problem, one of our US-based agents will work to resolve it. So how'd you do on the quiz? Come on, how'd you really do? No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, you get a versus a when it comes to identity protection. Membership starts at just $9.99 a month plus applicable taxes. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code SMART to get 10% off now. LifeLock.
You know, I'm not a genius about money. I love my credit cards, and they love me. I was using them as a source of income, and then I got behind in my payments, and creditors were calling. I heard about Trinity, so I called and talked to a counselor. Now I've got one easy monthly payment, a lower interest rate, and I'm getting out of debt.
If your debt has you down, we should talk. Call Trinity at 1-800-758-5360. 1-800-758-5360.
It's National Make a Will Month at LegalZoom.com, so it's time to take care of your will or trust. LegalZoom makes it easy. They're not a law firm, so there's no office visits or paying expensive hourly rates. Instead, you could save over $100 with LegalZoom's will or trust estate plan bundles. And if you don't know whether a will or trust is right for you, don't worry. You'll work with an independent attorney available in 48 states to get advice on what you need. Do the right thing this month at LegalZoom.com. LegalZoom.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Davis from my friends at Zero Res. A busy summer means a cleaner house is necessary, so let's get going at 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN for the $33 per room Mark Davis Show carpet cleaning special. Call them. Pre-treated, cleaned, sanitized, $33 a room. Also, drapes, upholstery, hardwood floors, 214-37-CLEAN. For a Zero Res clean, you also get a $50 gift certificate to Estilo Gaucho Brazilian Steakhouse. So call them. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN for Zero Res.
Have you ever considered joining the military but stopped because you couldn't deploy to a foreign country? Believe it or not, the state of Texas has its own military force that stands alongside the Texas National Guard, the Texas Air National Guard, and serves only inside the state of Texas. It's called the Texas State Guard. I'm Tech Sergeant John Wells of the 4th Air Wing, and we're looking for you to join us. Give us a call at 877-398-8350. That's 877-398-8350. If you love Texas as much as we do, join the 4th Air Wing of the Texas State Guard.
Are you excited for the new film Ben-Hur in theaters August 19th? You'll be even more excited if you win $5,000 in the Ben-Hur Dash for Cash sweepstakes. One lucky winner will take the grand prize, and 25 others will win tickets to the movie and other special promotional items. Don't miss the epic story of revenge, redemption, and forgiveness from producers Roma Downey and Mark Burnett. You can buy tickets and enter the win the sweepstakes at benhur-forcash.com. That's benhur-forcash.com.
Saying I don't know is no longer acceptable. This is 660 AM, The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Thanks very much for joining us tonight on 660 AM The Answer. That's where you are. And by the way, you can find us on television. I have fired up the Facebook cam. The Facebook Live events is going, and you can see my very, very good shirt. I'm telling you, this is a great shirt right here. Go to... you can either go to Facebook.
Did your mom choose that shirt?
No, I chose the shirt. Thank you very much. And the pants, the belt, all the accessories, you know.
Okay.
The weaponry. Everything goes together beautifully. It's wonderful.
You sure you don't need to go back to the drawing board?
Positive. 866-660-5759. You're listening to the Wells Report. We're talking about Donald Trump's speech. He just spent almost an hour addressing the nation on law and order. He talked about some of the other things that he wants to get done. Making America first, doing something about trade deals. He spent a lot of time talking about that. And I want to talk to you about what you heard. 866-660-5759. Let's get to Trish in Dallas. Trish, thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Talk to me a little bit about the speech. What do you think? What did you hear?
What I heard was a day late, a dollar short plea for the black vote. As a black woman, I heard him trying to win me over, but it's just a little late because he's already proven that he doesn't care about us. So I just heard a bunch of malarkey, to be honest.
How did he prove that he doesn't care about you?
Well, back in the 70s, when he was running his family's company, he was hit with 2 lawsuits for discriminating against minorities and not renting to them. The Department of Justice actually sued him twice for that. And also in the 90s, he was also chastised for being racist against black car dealers in Atlantic City by pulling them off the tables whenever there was a high roller that came along because he didn't trust that they could do the job.
So
I don't trust that he can do the job.
So you don't. So what's the other side? What is the other side of the coin that's doing a better job? Who on the Democrat side or who on the other side of this is doing a better job for African Americans?
I'll be very honest with you. Hillary is a crook also, so I'm not happy with either of the two. But if I have to pick the lesser of the two evils, unfortunately, I would have to pick Hillary. She has done some things to minorities as well, as far as the crime bills and things that she signed as well, that I'm not happy about. But, I mean, I really at this point have no other choice.
Well, when you say that, so you're saying essentially you're not going to vote for Donald Trump because he's a bigot.
He's absolutely a bigot, and he's not equipped for the job. He's really not. Like, if you listen to that man speak when he's being Donald Trump, not when he's being the robot that Republicans want him to be. When you listen to him, he's a lunatic. He's crazy. How could you?
You see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. We are used to seeing homogenized, pasteurized professional politicians, especially at this level.
True.
We are not used to seeing the Ben Carsons, not used to seeing Donald Trump. Everybody said that Bernie Sanders was an outsider. It's only because he was a flippant Soviet communist. I mean, that's the reason he was an outsider, for crying out loud. Good heavens. So what ends up happening is that these guys do make mistakes. And also Donald Trump is in a position where there are 2 Donald Trumps, Trish. There's the business guy that you're talking about in the 70s and the 90s, okay? Righteous beef. I'm not arguing with you, but all I'm trying to tell you is that here's a guy who's a businessman, who's trying to run businesses the way he sees fit and may have made racial mistakes doing that. And if that taints him forever, then it taints him forever.
And it should, because that's his character.
Well,
that's who he is as a man, and who he is as a man is not the man that can make America so-called great again. And while we're on that, America has not been great for everybody. Right now, America is, well, not right at this moment, but America has been for the past few years greatest for black people than it's ever been before. So when he says make America great again, what is he talking
Well, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about, because more black people are on food stamps than ever before.
More black people are also in prominent positions than they've ever been before.
Yeah,
there are more doctors, more lawyers, more politicians than ever before.
But the only other thing that I can tell you about Trish is that there are more black Americans that are unemployed than ever before, especially in the youth groups, in the youth demographics. More people in the black communities are are on food stamps. I mean, more people are on
not more than Caucasians.
No, seriously. No, seriously. I'm not saying more than Caucasians. I'm just saying more than ever before. You know, there are more black people in America on food stamps than ever before. There are more black people unemployed than ever before. And I'm trying to figure out where you're seeing this prosperity.
The unemployment rate is better than it has been in years.
That is unfortunately not the case. It's only because what you're doing is you're completely ignoring 94 million Americans that are not in the job force anymore. There are 94 million Americans that are not working. Most of them, there is a majority of those people that are African Americans, and it is absolutely true. There are all of the jobs that were created by the Obama administration have been taken by illegal immigrants coming to the nation. In other words, if you believe the stuff coming out of the White House saying, hey, that we've created 11 million jobs. Well, there are 11 million illegal immigrants. That's who got those jobs. And in the inner cities, and there's something else I want to talk to you about on the inner cities. Okay, so Detroit is run by Democrats, and it's a ghost town. Baltimore.
Okay, but did that not happen under Bush?
No. It happened under city leadership. Okay, it happened under city leadership. But they were Democrats the whole time. Same thing with Baltimore.
You tell me all the jobs that were lost back when the economy was collapsing under Bush. You're saying that was remedied, but then that was remedied under Bush, and now under Obama, it's
No. You're discussing two different things. You're discussing macro. I'm discussing micro. I'm just talking about Detroit. Detroit as a city, okay, was run off the road by Democrat leadership. Baltimore, well, it was just everybody was making deals. Everybody was taxing people that were making money, and everybody that was making money left town. And because they could go out in the suburbs and not have to pay taxes in Detroit.
So just so I make sure that I'm
this took like 20 years to get there. Same thing with Baltimore. Baltimore is the same situation. Hundreds of millions of dollars has been put into these great cities. Okay, all led by Democrat leadership. We're talking about Chicago, and we're talking about Philadelphia, we're talking about Baltimore and Milwaukee, and we're talking about all these cities that are in chaos. And the reason that they're in chaos is because it is more important that the political deal gets struck than the actual people who are living there get served.
And how is Trump going to fix this problem?
Well, the thing that I see he's going to do is he's going to do something about the economy. He's going to fix what's wrong with the economy itself.
Which is he's part of that problem. So I'm just not understanding how he's going to fix it when he himself, his businesses that has like his ties and his food.
Well, let me tell you about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Trish. Do you know what the current corporate tax rate is?
No, I don't.
35%.
Okay.
It's the highest corporate tax rate in the Western world.
Okay.
So what does that mean? So if you do business in the United States and you create a product, you're going to pay 35% taxation on the products that you're making if you make them in America. If, however, you go to Mexico and you build, say, for example, an air conditioning plant there, you're going to pay somewhere in the vicinity, I don't know what the exact tax rate is, but let's say it's 10%. So right off the bat, you're paying 25% less money in taxes. So you can build a factory, you can hire workers that will work for less than Americans are comfortable with working, unless America wants to lower its standard of living. So what ends up happening is you go to places like Mexico and you have people build your air conditioning units in Mexico, and you can re-import them into the nation without having to pay any kind of taxation or duty or anything of the kind. In other words, you'll save about 15 to 20% per unit by building them outside the country than building them inside the country. How does that make sense?
So this man that is supposed to be running for president
Yes.
has contributed to that. He loves America so much that he basically is robbing America by sending his products overseas.
So let's assume, okay, Trish,
right?
let's deal with that. So he's running a corporation that has stockholders. And he tells the stockholders, here's what we're going to do. We're going to manufacture in the United States of America. We're going to do everything. We're going to manufacture everything in the U.S., and it's going to cost you 20% of your profits. How long does he have stockholders? 20% more.
Know, but
well, the thing about it, but now wait, Trish. You're trying to figure out why it is that government policy affects the economy. Well, that's a perfect example.
That's not what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how this man is saying that because if you run for president, I'm going to assume that you love America, you support America,
sure.
You are in the trenches with America, you do what you can to help and save and make sure that America is benefiting. So he hasn't done that.
Well, but Trish, he's in a position here where he's a businessman. He was a businessman. So what he does is he does the right thing. Look, he's worth billions of dollars for a reason.
No, I want to see his taxes to know that.
Whatever.
Because from my understanding, he's not.
Well, yeah, except that's the story you're being told. See, look,
okay,
now, Trish, hold on. Trish, wait a minute. I don't want to skip all over everything. You're going through every Democrat talking point. What I'm trying to tell you is this. I'm trying to tell you is that Donald Trump, who is worth billions of dollars, is not going to make ties in the United States and suits. By the way, he does have some upper end American suits that are made in the United States and ties and so on and so forth. But the stuff that he sells in Macy's is not going to be made in the United States when it is stupid to do things like that in the United States because you lose 20% in taxes off the top. What he wants to do as the president is he wants to cut the corporate tax rate. And then what he wants to do is he wants to tax the companies that go out into other countries and make all of their goods and bring them back to the nation. In other words, he wants to reverse the deal. What does that do? That means that all the jobs that are currently being done in Bangladesh, in Mexico, and all those other places, it suddenly makes more sense to bring them back to the United States. The problem with that, of course, is that they're now trillions. There's about $2.5 trillion of American money that is out in the world, essentially floating the entire rest of the world economy. And the reason that money's out there is because if they bring that money back in, they get taxed on it. So what he wants to do is he wants to cut the amount of money, cut the amount of taxes for these people to bring this money back and re-energize American manufacturing. Now, is it something that's going to happen? Is it something that's going to happen in 4 years?
No.
Probably not.
No.
But
not even 8.
But if we're in a position where we can at least get people like you to see that there are bigger things in play here. I mean, you and I didn't even talk about the fact that Hillary Clinton doesn't care about national security. We didn't even talk about that. How do you reckon? Hang on. I'll tell you what, Trish, stay right there. We're going to do a quick break. We'll come back. I want to ask you this question. Does it bother you that Hillary Clinton will look you right in the face and lie to you about the national security of this nation? Okay. Think that over. Think that question over. I want to hear what you say. Does it bother you that Hillary Clinton will look you right in the face and lie to you about national security matters? On the Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at Good Feet. One of the reasons it's such a joy to hang out with these folks is they have such great stories of helping people who have tried other things that did not work. And getting out of foot pain is a thing of joy to behold. Ask them at Plano, Fort Worth, and Southlake, the 3 locations of Good Feet, or go to goodfeetdfw.com. Listen, as one of the good folks at Good Feet talks about what it's like to help people, to watch them come in for a solution that actually works.
For most of the people that walk in our store, it's been an ongoing, nonstop issue. They're searching, they're grasping at straws because they've been trying other products and they've bought something that they thought was going to help solve their problem, and it didn't.
The good people of Good Feet with solutions that are real, not the plasticky gel, one size fits most nonsense. Nope, but the sizes, the styles for men, for women. Get out of pain today. That foot pain can become back pain, hip pain, leg pain. GoodFeetDFW.com, Plano, Fort Worth, or Southlake. GoodFeetDFW.com. Check them out today.
Do you know what ARIA is? It's a real estate investor association, and it's where smart people go to obtain wholesale houses, obtain no money, no credit financing, meet local buyers, sellers, and investing partners, and receive local market intelligence and training. Don't buy houses retail. That's ridiculous. And please don't waste your time and money going to a get-rich-quick seminar from a traveling pitch man. Come network with local DFW area real estate investors that are just getting started or taking it to the next level. Come join the largest real estate investor network in Texas. We meet on Tuesday, August 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Embassy Suites on Bass Pro Drive in Grapevine. And you can register to attend for free by calling 800-803-1168. This month's topic, the DFW Real Estate State of the Union Address. Call 800-803-1168. Write it down. That's 800-803-1168 to attend any of our upcoming meetings and receive a valuable Texas real estate training program for free. Brought to you by the DFW Real Estate Investment Association.
Ever wonder what it takes to be a pro athlete? I'm Billy Joe Dupree, former Dallas Cowboys, and I had the privilege of being one for 11 years. Every pro athlete works to be the best they can be. And those of us retired still strive to be the best. It's in our DNA. If you're over 30, your energy level is low, you're having trouble recovering from workouts, or lost interest in sex, Life Restore MD can help. Life Restore MD offers testosterone and growth hormone therapy, ED solutions, medical weight loss programs, and nutrition plans. Just put off seeing a physician. Give Life Restore MD a call. One doctor's appointment could change the quality of your life. Be your best. Give them a call.
Call Life Restore MD at 800-565-9339. That's 800-565-9339 or liferestoremd.com.
I had the home of my dreams, but one day I noticed cracks in the wall by the front door as well as the kitchen window. A neighbor recommended Abacus Foundation Repair. He said they're the best foundation repair company in Dallas, and they use an advanced system on your foundation called Millennium Composite Pilings that'll last 1,000 years. Well, I went to their website, abacusfoundationrepair.com, and saw that they have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. And the world's leading service company review website recommended them highly. And the best part? They haven't had a complaint in the last 13 years. So I called them, and I'm happy I did. Abacus Foundation Repair guaranteed their work, and they gave me a lifetime transferable warranty.
If you see cracks in the walls of your home or your doors don't shut properly, call Abacus Foundation Repair at 972-406-9000. That's 972-406-9000. Or go to abacusfoundationrepair.com. If you want your foundation fixed right the first time, call Abacus Foundation Repair.
The summer sun. It gives us hours and hours of light for evening baseball, cookouts, and an AC bill that'll knock you right off your lawn chair. SelectBlinds.com has the answer. Room darkening blinds and shades that block out sunlight. Keep your home cooler. Keep the furniture from fading. And if you like to sleep in on weekends or comfortably watch the game or a movie, blackout shades can make it like a moonless night in there. Every product comes 100% cordless to protect the kiddos, the kitties, and the pups. And get this, in the time it takes to mow a sizable yard, you can hang blinds because SelectBlinds.com walks you through how to measure, select, and even install your new window coverings. If you can hang a picture, you can hang blinds. SelectBlinds.com, the simple and smart way to get blinds. Mention our show at checkout and get sample swatches of the room darkening blinds or shades of your choice absolutely free. SelectBlinds.com. SelectBlinds.com.
660 AM. 660 AM. The Answer. 660 AM. TheAnswer.com. The Wells Report. A daily good old-fashioned watching North Texas Barbecue of anybody trying to take advantage of us on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Let's get to Trish in Dallas. Trish, by the way, thanks very much for sticking with us here on this.
Yeah, sure thing.
I really appreciate it because we don't get a chance to talk much about, the other side of the question, and it's important that we do that. Let me ask you a little bit about Hillary's email server. Broke the law. She broke the law.
Okay.
She's in violation of the law. That is not up for grabs. The question is, are they going to prosecute her for it? That's why I say, she's an unindicted felon because these are all felonies, and there are probably 16 of them. It depends on who you have count them up. But let's put all that aside. Let's assume that that's just. Let's just say we're not going to deal with that.
Let's treat it as an allegation, like it is.
Well, it's not an allegation because it's true. I mean, she had a private email. Hold on. She had a private email server. That's illegal. She put classified information on it. That's illegal. She had her operatives and herself take information from secure systems and put them on unsecure systems and back and forth and so on and so forth. Both of those are illegal, both felonies. These are all things they're all felonies. As a matter of fact, there's this kid in the Navy who did essentially the same thing that Hillary did with his private computer and his cell phone camera. He took pictures of some spaces in a Navy ship that were illegal. And he destroyed all of it. Okay. And wasn't planning on using it for anything. He just took the pictures because he thought it was cool stuff. Well, he's going to jail for 6 years. And Hillary is running for president now, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this. She gets up in front of the Congress. She takes an oath to tell the truth. And there are 6 lies out there. That doesn't bother you at all?
Well, here's the thing. Hillary's no angel. I started the conversation out saying that she's not an angel. But I also said that I have to pick the lesser of two evils. And
be a part of your family. I urge you to go down to your local shelter, pounds, dog rescues, foundations, you name it, and rescue a dog. Once you get your rescue dog, you should definitely order some Dinovite. Go online and order it. DINOVITE.com. Dinovite. It's awesome stuff. 90 days Dinovite will make your dog a happy dog. It will help them with their overall health. You don't need to spend thousands on vet bills. Dinovite is the best thing that's ever happened to my dogs, besides me, of course. Call 859-428-1000.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.com.
As a listener to this station, you've heard a variety of companies advertising their products and services, many of them for a number of years.
I'm Walt Parker with InvestingMakesMeSick.com. I've gotten absolutely great results. No matter who's advertising, it definitely pays off. It doesn't matter what business they're in. I think they'll find it's going to be very rewarding.
My name is John Duncan, and I'm the CEO and founder of Bioscan of Las Colinas. It's simply the most effective advertising that I can do. I've advertised for the last 14 years on television, radio, and newspaper, and advertising with 660 gets the best results.
Hi, I'm Marcia West, Senior Account Manager for 660 AM The Answer. For 20 years, I've worked with companies, both big and small, to create cost-effective radio campaigns that get results. Let me do the same for you. Contact me today at mwest@ksky.com. That's mwest@ksky.com. I want to help you grow your business.
Welcome to Staples.
Staples guy, I need some more school supplies for my son.
Staples has everything you need for back to school at low prices every day.
Great. He needs lots of mechanical pencils.
Your son a big writer?
No, a big loser.
What?
He loses pencils, backpacks, everything.
There's gotta be another word we can use.
Back to school supplies are back for more. Staples has everything you need for back to school at low prices every day. Like Staples one subject notebooks for just 17 cents. Staples, make more happen.
While supplies last. Ends 9/17, limit 30 in store, 10 online.
660 AM, The Answer. You're hearing tomorrow's front page on the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome to the Wells Report on Tuesday nights. Good to have you here. I am John David Wells, and he is Rick. What's going on, Rick? Thanks for joining us.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
I'm Rick. I'm for Donald Trump.
Say what?
I'm for Donald Trump.
You're for Donald Trump? Why?
Well, I'm a black man, but realize tax cuts bring jobs, and I know all about the Hillary Clinton security issue, and I feel like if she get in office, that we're gonna be in trouble.
Big trouble, man. Listen, I don't know what she would do if she's going to ignore telling the truth to the people's representatives. When she spoke an oath saying that was what she was going to do, and then she didn't do it. When she speaks an oath that says, "I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States," what's that going to mean?
Well, I already know one thing. If she get in office and she talk about open, she won't protect the border, she won't do that.
No.
270-7095. That's 888-270-7095. Call now and get 50% off labor.
Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-400-0067. This isn't
The official radio station of Decision 2016, the most important election of our lifetime.
A fast-moving, out-of-control wildfire forcing more than 80,000 evacuations in Southern California.
The fires destroyed some structures. Some firefighters who were trying to do structure protection had to shelter in a house as the fire passed by. They are okay. Thick brush dried out from now 5 years of drought has fueled this fire along with wind and heat.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Flooding in Louisiana now blamed for at least 11 deaths, at least 40,000 homes damaged or destroyed. This woman losing everything.
I'm heartbroken. It's my home. This is where I grew up. I've never seen this.
More than 30,000 rescues performed since last Friday. American gymnast Simone Biles bringing home 4 gold medals and a bronze from the Summer Olympics in Rio. She won her 4th gold Tuesday in the floor exercise. Biles tying the mark for the most ever medals won by an American gymnast at a single Olympics. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis. We all know that summer is busy. Lot going.
That's 888-270-7095. Call now and get 50% off labor.
Hi.
7095. That's 8.
Here in North Texas, an experienced service tech costs at least $35 an hour to employ. So how does a $29 service call work? Well, it doesn't unless they find a bunch of stuff wrong with your system. And trust me, they will. It's just bait to get you to call. We can't come out for $29, and really, neither can they. In this business, you get what you pay for. Reliant Air Conditioning service call is $79, and our guys are all drug tested, background checked, and they don't work on commission. So if you need service or replacement of your AC system, call the largest Carrier factory authorized dealer in Texas, Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437, or visit us online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
American Leak Detection. Leak detection without destruction. We find leaks without bashing a hole.
Hi, Will Nell with American Leak Detection. When the weather is dry, many people believe their foundation is failing, when in fact, what you have is a plumbing leak. Leaking pipes under your slab can cause movement in your foundation and expensive damage to your home. So before you have your foundation fixed, you should get your plumbing checked. With state-of-the-art technology, American Leak Detection is the only name to call. We are the original leak specialists. We can locate your plumbing leak without destruction and then repair it. Don't let a plumbing leak under your foundation go undetected or waste money on unnecessary foundation repair. Go to AmericanLeakDetection.com today. That's AmericanLeakDetection.com.
We're American Leak Detection. American Leak Detection.
Here's a quiz. Is identity theft just when someone other than you puts charges on your credit card? Nope, that's part of it, but identity theft is actually when someone pretends they're you for any number of undesirable reasons, like opening new accounts or a utility bill. Is it true that identity theft can't happen to you? Nope. 1 in 4 people have experienced identity theft. Will LifeLock help you more with identity theft than free credit monitoring will? Yep. LifeLock's proprietary technology detects a huge range of identity threats. And if you ever have a problem, one of our US-based agents will work to resolve it. So how'd you do on the quiz? Come on, how'd you really do? No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, you get a versus a when it comes to identity protection. Membership starts at just $9.99 a month plus applicable taxes. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code SMART to get 10% off now. LifeLock.
How long were you a slave? 5 years. What is your name?
Benna. This Friday, my family was betrayed by my own brother. On the road to revenge, I won't let him go unpunished. One man was shown the path.
There is a way. Defeat your brother in the arena and free us all.
To redemption.
People would follow you. I would follow you.
You should have killed me. I will.
No! We haven't won your brother!
Ben-Hur, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. In theaters, Real D 3D and IMAX 3D Friday.
If you've got questions, we've got answers. 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is The Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to The Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. A very serious and very well done speech tonight by Donald Trump. This is 2 in a row. It's going to take a lot more speeches like this to be able to start moving the needle, but it's going to move. If President Obama is in a situation where he is going to, for all intents and purposes, call the shots for Hillary Clinton in her first term, then the whole thing's going to come crashing down around them, because there are just some things that you can't do anything about. And indeed, if Donald Trump starts talking about those things and stops becoming the story, if Donald Trump actually starts being the president, then what will end up happening is that Donald Trump will actually get elected. All he's got to do is stop giving the mainstream media a chance to sabotage what should be the winning campaign. And here's why. The FBI has sent all the documents on their probe to Congress. The FBI provided documents to the House Committee on its investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private server for government business. It is an unusual step taken in response to requests from the lawmakers seeking insight into why Director James Comey did not recommend criminal charges. A brief letter sent Wednesday from the Bureau to House Oversight Committee Chairman Jason Chaffetz said the FBI was providing for review a number of documents related to the investigation. The FBI, in its letter, said the material cannot be shared without the Bureau's permission. The files include material that is non-public, containing classified and other sensitive information. Some materials, further, are only being provided to the House and Senate Intelligence Committees because of their highly sensitive nature. The decision to share the investigative records with lawmakers is not standard practice for the Bureau or the Justice Department. Then why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? House Republicans have detailed perjury allegations against Hillary Clinton, citing the apparent conflict between her 2015 congressional testimony about her email practices and the FBI's conclusions announced in July. This, according to a letter to the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. As it turns out, the House of Representatives is chasing 4 pieces of sworn testimony, not 6, 4, by Hillary Clinton described as incompatible with the FBI's findings. Jason Chaffetz, again, the House Oversight Committee Chairman, and Judiciary Committee Chairman Bob Goodlatte of Virginia, wrote to U.S. Attorney Channing D. Phillips. We hope the information is helpful to your office's consideration of our referral. According to the Justice Department website, it appears as though Peter Kadzik confirmed in an August 2nd letter to both committees that they had perjury investigations, or they had the perjury investigation request, and that the department would take appropriate action as necessary. Kadzik led the successful effort to confirm Attorney General Loretta Lynch and Deputy Attorney General Sally Yates. Both women are now central players in handling the Clinton email matter. Chaffetz and Goodlatte, who have direct oversight of the FBI, wrote to the U.S. Attorney that Clinton testified under oath on August 22nd before a Benghazi and Select Committee, where she also took questions about her email practices from Republican Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio. Secretary Clinton stated that there was nothing marked classified on the emails, either sent or received. FBI Director James Comey said July 5th that a very small number of the emails contained classified information that bore the markings indicating the presence of classified information. At least 3 emails had a C
University, 2 degrees actually. Not only has this process taught me self-discipline, I've also learned that it is never too late to fulfill your dreams. And I did it all online. I did.
Now at 800-424-9595. That's 800-424-9595, 800-424-9595, or visit liberty.edu/online. Flexible, affordable, possible. Liberty University online.
Welcome to Texas summer. Standing outside, got some ice in a cup, and the ice melts. Then the cup melts. Get in your car, you need an oven mitt to touch the steering wheel. Welcome to Texas summer. And if your AC breaks, oh my, do you need to call somebody? Hey, call my AC company. It's Mark Davis for Walker AC, walkerac.com or 972-4-WALKER, 972 the number 4 Walker. You got an emergency? Boom, same day. They are there. Need a repair? Boom, they will do it. Charge you a fair price. Need a new system? Oh, they've got those, but they're not going to force one on you. They've got an A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Great customer reviews, 972-4-WALKER or walkerac.com. Visit them on Facebook. They're family owned, 52 years in the biz, 50% off a diagnostic fee. Call 972-4-WALKER, 972 the number 4 Walker or walkerac.com. They are my AC company. When we've got a repair need, we call them. We need a new system, we call them. It's walkerac.com, 972-4-WALKER or walkerac.com.
Usually, we never, ever, ever have a sale like this. But for just 21 days, Renewal by Andersen Replacement Windows is having one of our biggest sales. I'm Robert Jackson from Renewal by Andersen. During our sale, save $300 on every window, save $775 on every patio door, and get a free upgrade to our Smart Sun Glass. Call before August 21st to save $300 on every window, save $775 on every patio door, and that's with no money down, no payments, and no interest for a year, and get the free upgrade to our Smart Sun Glass. It's Renewal by Andersen's 21-day sale, and this is now the final week with limited appointments available.
Call 469-706-3400. 469-706-3400. That's 469-706-3400.
This is a life-changing message for anyone with sleep apnea who is on the go and tired of dragging around a big, bulky home CPAP device. MiniCPAP.com now offers a portable device that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. For even more freedom, you can add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. It's called the Transcend Mini CPAP, and right now you can try it risk-free for 10 days by calling 1-800-600-1334. Transcend is the world's first portable mini CPAP device. It gives you the freedom to sleep in total comfort anywhere you are. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is so small and so light you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. Enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. Call minicpap.com now for your 10-day at-home trial. 1-800-600-1334. That's 1-800-600-1334.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at Patriot Mobile. It's certainly a year of decision. Maybe this is a day of decision for you. The day you decide to stop doing business with cell companies that do business with Hillary Clinton. Big mobile companies I could name funnel your money to her for president. If you'd like to stop that, switch to Patriot Mobile, 1-800-A-PATRIOT, or patriotmobile.com for more info. Same quality of service, better prices, support better causes at Patriot Mobile. Join the revolution. Here's the special, free Samsung Galaxy S7. It's new, it's great. Samsung Galaxy S7 free, unlimited talk, text, and data for just $70. Mention or enter promo code MARK at checkout, and they'll waive activation fees for up to 2 lines. Call 1-800-A-PATRIOT. Also, we'll throw in a free signed copy by me of Lone Star America, How Texas Can Save Our Country. Just a little thanks from me for doing business with my friends at Patriot Mobile. 1-800-A-PATRIOT or patriotmobile.com. Same quality of service, better prices, support better causes. Join the revolution, patriotmobile.com.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. Isn't thinking so much more fun than getting yelled at? The Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. John David Wells at your service. Here's Kurt. Thanks for joining us from Bedford. Kurt, what's up?
John David, you do a great job of disseminating And that's why we're losing our old-fashioned term. But they're in cahoots with the establishment and the order as it is, and they're not willing to look into certain things.
Summer 2016 tour featuring the songs and the sound of Hillsong Worship. Plus, Carrie Jones. Featuring Rend Collective, Elevation Worship, and Urban Rescue.
Part of the Dallas Baptist University concert series.
An unforgettable night of worship.
Hey everybody, Mark Davis from my friends at Zero Res. A busy summer means a cleaner house is necessary, so let's get going at 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN for the $33 per room Mark Davis Show carpet cleaning special. Call them. Pre-treated, clean, sanitized, $33 a room. Also, drapes, upholstery, hardwood floors, 214-37-CLEAN. For a Zero Res clean, you also get a $50 gift certificate to Estilo Gaucho Brazilian Steakhouse. So call them. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN for Zero Res.
You can listen on the go. Find us on iHeartRadio. 660 AM. The Answer. Now, the Wells Report with John David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. This is interesting to me. A majority of likely voters now believe that private health insurance companies are better at providing quality health care coverage than the federal government. This according to a poll from the American Action Forum. 57% said they had more trust in private care, while only 26% of voters say they believe the federal government was better at providing quality health insurance or health services. 49% of respondents said the private insurance companies were better at providing care for those with serious health conditions like cancer and HIV. Only 34% of respondents thought the federal government provided better care for serious conditions. The poll also asked likely voters if they thought private companies or the federal government provided more affordable care. 48% responded in favor of private insurance companies, while 39% chose the government. Those numbers are going to change. My insurance company is Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas. My insurance is going to go up 60%. I'm probably not going to take it. I'm probably simply just not going to take it. I mean, it's too much. I'm not going to pay that much money. And then pay on top of that a $7,500 deductible? You know, a $60 or $70 copay? Really? No, I'm sorry, because that pushes my insurance cost toward $20,000 a year. Why would I pay $20,000 a year for insurance that I'll never be able to actually use? Why would I do that? That is a political solution to what is a problem that has absolutely nothing to do with the government. My health care is not the government's concern. It may be a politician's concern, but it's not a government concern. And so here we are. This is Obamacare. This is what the president wanted. Like I said, the request from Texas Insurance Commission for my insurance company was 60%. 60%. They'll probably not get that much, but then what they'll do is they'll do what healthcare insurer Aetna announced yesterday, so that it would reduce its participation in Obamacare by more than 2/3. They have suffered a $20 million loss in the second quarter of this year, a loss caused by too many sick people signing up for President Obama's signature health care program. Providing affordable, higher quality health care options to consumers is not possible without a balanced risk pool, said the company. 55% of our individual on-exchange new membership is new in 2016, and in the second quarter, we saw individuals in need of high-cost care represent an even larger share of our on-exchange population. This population dynamic, coupled with the current inadequate risk adjustment mechanism, results in substantial upward pressure on premiums and creates significant sustainability concerns. Aetna said it now operates in 778 countries counties across the country, but this would be slashed to just 242 in 2017. After leaving the other markets, it will operate in just Delaware, Iowa, Nebraska, and Virginia. As a strong supporter of public exchanges as a means to meet the needs of the uninsured, we regret having to make this decision, it said. So said the Kevin Counihan, CEO of the Obamacare Marketplace, as he Kevin Counihan, the CEO of the Obamacare Marketplace, sought to downplay the company's announcement. Aetna's decision to alter its marketplace participation does not change the fundamental fact that the health insurance marketplace will continue to bring quality coverage to millions of Americans next year and every year after that. Only if they participate. Why would we participate? Why would we participate in this when what we're paying is close to $20,000 a year? And by the way, remember, this is an individual policy here. This isn't a family. This is an individual policy. Mine. What am I going to do? I'm not going to pay $20,000 plus all of my medical bills. Why would I pay the $20,000? Just pay my medical bills. And any medical bills that I don't have to pay saves me out of the $20,000 pool. What about the fine, you say? Even that's cheaper. It makes no sense whatsoever. And then what ends up happening is that because nobody can afford it, nobody has insurance, and we have a bigger problem than what we started with when Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act showed up to begin with. All we've done is screw up our health insurance plans, our health care coverage, everything. We have to start over, which, by the way, is probably good. We should be paying cash for our medical care. That's why the reason it costs so much is because we don't pay cash. There's no market pressure to keep prices low. So why would they lower prices? The answer is they won't, and they don't, and they haven't. It's a mess. And all because a politician decided to start playing insurance. It's unbelievable. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. Aetna's decision follows other high-profile decisions. In July, Humana said it's leaving Obamacare in 4 states. It's losing money in individual markets. The insurer said it would offer plans in just 156 countries and 11 states. That's down from 1,351 counties as it was earlier in this year. They're cutting by almost, gosh, that's almost 90%. There have been significant changes to the requested rate filings in at least 4 states: Arizona, Connecticut, Maryland, and Tennessee. In all four cases, I'm afraid the statewide weighted average has increased, either due to resubmitted filings, a carrier dropping out, or both as a result of these updates. The national average increase requested now stands at 23.9%. As I said, minus 60%. Private health insurers, United Healthcare,
Report. Must hear radio on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Reports. My name is John David Wells. Telephone number 866-660-5759. And while we're at it, let's spend a little bit of time talking about just exactly how it is that the VA, how is the VA doing? Do we have any real idea about how the VA is doing? Any idea really at all? Yeah. The reason I'm asking is I just want to know how the VA is doing. Let's see. Let's look. Oh, here we go. The Department of Veterans Affairs spent nearly $300,000 on televisions that have sat unused in storage for more than 2 years. The John D. Dingle VA Medical Center in Detroit, Michigan bought 300 televisions in September of 2013 as part of a project to overhaul the patient TV system in the hospital. However, a recent probe of the agency's Inspector General found that VA officials purchased televisions that were incompatible with the wiring installed during renovations. So 282 of them, costing $292,000, have been boxed up for storage for the last 2.5 years. See, this is why. This is why you can't let the government do any of this. The executive producer of the Wells Report is Vicki Steiger. Technical director, conductor of the Wells Report Orchestra is Magic Matt Swinney. My name is John David Wells. God bless you and yours. Take good care. We'll see you again tomorrow for another edition of the Wells Report.
Hey, does the idea of having your home sold on time without hassle and for top dollar, does that seem unrealistic to you? Well, it doesn't have to. Hey, Dallas, it's your friend Sean Hannity with your solution and the one real estate agent to sell your home guaranteed. That's Josh DeShong of Josh DeShong Real Estate at Keller Williams. On average, Josh sells a home every 32 hours and averages hundreds of local, national, and international buyers every single week. Now, that means your home sells on time at a price that you agreed to, guaranteed, or Josh will buy it. He spends 200 times more money on marketing than the average agent. Real estate mogul and Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran only recommends Josh in DFW. And if I lived in Dallas and needed my home sold, guess what? I'd call Josh DeShong, and you should too. Call Josh now at 972-325-6644 or go online at getsold.net. That's 972-325-6644 or getsold.net.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now you can try Listen Clear absolutely free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-900-6181. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-900-6181. That's 1-800-900-6181. 1-800-900-6181.
Don't pay more for your new hardwood floor. Lumber Liquidators is the style you want for less. This week, get our newest looks from just $179. And it's your last chance to get 20% off all in-stock Dream Home laminate flooring packages. And up to 15% off pre-finished hardwood with coupon. Get special stack-out deals at every store with 20% off or more on clearance. And more incredible deals from just 69 cents. Plus special financing. Visit LumberLiquidators.com to find a store near you and get the best deals on the floor you want by Tuesday.
660 AM.